And here we go, the first sovereign citizen sighting of the day. Watch closely because these openings tell you everything about how the rest of the chaos is about to unfold.
All right, Mr. Sinclair, do you want to come forward, please? People of the state of Michigan versus Damien Antoinique Dante Sinclair. File 237467SM. Mr. Sinclair is present in court with his attorney, Nancy Schaub, and the people are here through Chief Assistant Prosecutor Kristen Cass. Mr. Sinclair, I'll give you an opportunity, or through your counsel, to state your objections here this morning before we get going. Are you going to state objections to the court's jurisdiction this morning? Are you declaring your sovereign citizen status this morning, sir?
I would like to reserve all my rights per UCC 1-308.
Quick legal sidebar, UCC 1308 has absolutely zero power in criminal court. It's basically the duct tape of sovereign citizen logic. They slap it everywhere, but nothing actually sticks.
Yes, I can, Honor. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Feeling a little rough, sore from being in a holding cell 3 days, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right, let me call your matter so we're on the record, please. People of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peltola, 247819SM. Mr. Peltola appears from the Dickinson County Jail. Counsel at first appearance is Abby Anderson, who appears via video Zoom. And the prosecution is not here today of their own choosing. Mr. Peltola, before we went on the record, indicated he could hear me adequately, and he was all right other than being sore from being in the holding cell for 3 days. In respect to the matter, then, Mr. Peltola, I do have an advice of rights here with your signature. I do see it looks like the copyright insignia. I know that we have discussed the issue of the sovereign citizen in the past. Mr. Peltola, can you tell me what your position is today, please? After telling me what your full legal name is, if you would.
Okay, I'm appellation known as, all capital letter, Drew James Peltola, with a common law copyright as a sui juris, human as a non-citizen, a not American national. That's defined in the United States Code. I'd like to have my lawyer finish talking. She told me not to talk unless she could talk first.
Question for you, how long do you think he can keep the sovereign citizen routine going before his lawyer begs him to stop? Drop your guess in the comments. Closest one wins bragging rights.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed these matters with Mr. Peltola. First, he agrees to be referred to as Mr. Peltola for purposes of these hearings. We have gone over both the advice of rights for misdemeanor and bond violation. He indicated he understood and signed both. As to the allegations, we went over the maximum penalties. We would waive the formal reading. He is tendering not guilty pleas and requested an attorney. Ms. Mashik-Lasala has assigned Nancy Schaub to represent him.
All right, very well. As indicated by Ms. Anderson, Mr. Peltola has agreed for purposes of his criminal prosecution to be referred to as Drew James Peltola. His position in respect to how he should be recognized legally has been stated for the record and is preserved for the record, as well as stated on the advice of rights form concerning both the general misdemeanor advice of rights. Although the bond violation advice of rights doesn't so indicate, the court will recognize his position for purposes of both advice of rights. Concerning the matter then, is this a good mailing address for you, Mr. Peltola, on River Street in Niagara?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to move back into Michigan, so I've been working, and that's the address that I use because that's my domicile. I was returned to every day or once a week or whatever. Because the Michigan residents, I'm not even sure. I would not like to talk about that in court, but I'm trying to move back into Michigan. I'm just having a heck of a time doing it.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do then, Mr. Peltola. Over there. Let's see if I have one in my file first. Ms. Anderson, I don't see a waiver of extradition. It sounds like he's going to need to go back and forth to Wisconsin, and we'll address that momentarily. In respect to the matter, though, Mr. Peltola, there is a waiver of extradition form over there at the jail. I'm going to have you sign that if you need to go into Wisconsin as part of this. In regard to the matter, then what?
How do you want me to sign this? If you want my copyright, you want me sui juris, just so you understand, like I wasn't trying to harm you or any other.
Credit where it's due. Listening to your attorney is rare sovereign citizen behavior. If this man stays in lawyer-approved mode, we may witness history.
Do you want my copyright on this? Do you want me as a human or me as a sui juris non-citizen national?
I just want your signature and the date, and whatever you want to put in addition to that is fine with me.
All right, thank you, Tim.
Your Honor, while Mr. Peltola is signing that, we did discuss the waiver of extradition. He just wanted that answer clarified prior to signing, but he is aware of what the waiver of extradition is.
Very good, thank you. All right, I'll enter not guilty pleas on behalf of Mr. Peltola. Ms. Anderson indicates that he's qualified, and he is being assigned by MIDC. Ms. Schaub, we're going to set bond violation hearing. We might as well do the pretrial at the same time. And a jury trial as follows. Yes, just to be safe.
Okay. Pretrial conference and bond violation hearing on February 21st at 1:45 p.m. Jury trial March 8th at 9 a.m.
All right, you'll get these dates in writing, Mr. Peltola. In respect to the waiver of extradition, then I want to go over it with you briefly as well.
All right, cool.
In
I can
respect-
wait. You want me to stop filling this out?
Really, all you need to do, yeah, go ahead. You finish, and then I'll go, and then I'll talk. You let me know when you're ready.
I'll just sign it real quick on the bottom of it. They can take care of the rest of it. I'll sign it.
This is the classic sovereign citizen fork in the road. Sign like a normal person and go home, or refuse and enjoy complimentary jail accommodations. Most pick the wrong fork.
The bottom law might be wrong. It's been a while since I've read the Unified Court, but I believe this is right. I signed it for you correctly. So.
All right. Perfect. All right, if you give that to the jailer, Mr. Peltola, I want to go over with you what it means to sign that waiver. I know we've done this before, but I'll just refresh your memory.
Oh.
And let me start by saying, so long as you come back to court voluntarily for all your court appearances, this does not become relevant. But if you don't come back to court, let's say, for example, you stayed in Niagara or somewhere else like that, normally you're entitled to what's called an extradition hearing before you are returned to Michigan to fight the charges that you didn't come back to court for. Yes. Under an extradition hearing umbrella, you have the right to an open court hearing. You have the right to have a lawyer at that hearing. And if you're indigent or without funds, one is assigned for you. The purpose of an extradition hearing allows you to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. For example, you could demand issuance and service of a Michigan governor's warrant for your arrest. You have the right to obtain a writ of habeas corpus. Like I said, all to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. When you sign a waiver, what?
I said I won't resist, man.
I'm just explaining to you what that document is that you're signing, okay? For the record, that's all. I'm not suggesting, implying, or anything else. I'm just explaining, all right?
Thank you.
All right, so when you sign that waiver, then, what that means is, and like I said to start with, so long as you come back to court, everything is hunky-dory, or everything is all right. But if you don't come back, when you sign that waiver, you have given up your right to that type of a hearing that I just explained. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
This right here is the sovereign citizen survival instinct kicking in. The second they realize magic words won't unlock the cell, their government name suddenly becomes crystal clear.
So that's what that means. So when I'm setting bond, I need that form back because I'm going to do the following in respect to your bond. And this can cover both the bond violation and the underlying charge of disorderly. All right. First off, you must sign a waiver of extradition as a condition of your bond. So long as you do, you can go back and forth between Michigan and Wisconsin for residency, court appearances, family visitation. If it expands beyond that, talk to your lawyer first, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You are not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or non-prescribed controlled substances. You must submit to random PBTs and drug screens as a condition of your release. Don't go into businesses that sell alcohol for use inside, such as bars and taverns. Do not engage in any assaultive, threatening, harassing, or intimidating behavior towards any person while you are on bond. All right, so you are in one of those unique positions, Mr. Peltola, where you have come before the court for your arraignment. Already behind you, or what you're being arraigned on, is both the underlying charge and a bond violation. So usually people will have an underlying charge, and then whatever, week 2, 3 later, they come back with a bond violation. And when people are arraigned, I always give them a talk and tell them that if you come back with a bond violation, you're going to make it really hard for me to say, gee, I should let you back out into the community again. You, however, have not had that talk. You are having it today, and you are having it on both the underlying charge and the bond violation.
And just like that, the energy in the room flips. This went from routine sentencing to a messy tangle of bond statuses, conflicting reports, and one very serious setback.
So my pep talk is this, Mr. Peltola. I'm going to set the bond accordingly and give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you come back in here with another violation, I'm going to say, gee, Mr. Peltola, I had to talk with you, and you went out and did the same thing I told you not to do. So I'm telling you, don't violate your bond and make me have a reason to keep you in custody pending resolution of your case. I'll set your bond right now at 1,000 PR. That's on both the bond violation and the underlying charge. They're going to let you back out, Mr. Peltola. Don't go back out and start drinking and do this again because, like I said, you'll leave me no choice. All right?
Oh, Your Honor, honest God, I'm not even on drugs anymore. I wasn't sick. The only reason.
Hold on.
Nope.
I can see Miss Anderson almost doing cartwheels back there. She does not want you to talk until you have a chance to talk to your lawyer. Is that right, Miss Anderson?
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Peltola, do you understand? She wants you to talk to your lawyer before you tell me anything, all right?
Yes, I understand, Mr. Lacoste, or Judge Lacoste.
Thank you, Mr. Peltola. We will see you soon. Your bond will come over, your writing dates, your lawyers. Make sure you call her when you get out and, have a meeting with her. All right, Mr. Peltola?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else on this file then, Miss Anderson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Peltola.
You as well.
This is the heartbreaking part of addiction-related cases. It's not just a violation, it's a spiral. The court isn't just judging choices, they're evaluating survival.
Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Ms. Harburg. Ms. Harburg, could you please state your name for the record?
Sapphire Harburg.
Thank you. Your Honor, there's a couple of matters going on here. This is the date and time for sentencing, but Ms. Harburg was brought into custody yesterday for a bond violation. I saw that she's on today's arraignment docket, but I was hoping that we could perhaps get her arraigned on the bond violation and handle the sentencing.
I don't have the bond violation. On which bond violation?
So, Your Honor,
Mine?
Teresa,
Go ahead, Ms. Blair.
yes, Your Honor, Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. The bond violation, she violated conditions of bond in this case, Your Honor. She completed a pre-sentence interview with me. I had concerns about continued drug use. I asked the court to put a testing order in place, which it did. She did go for testing and tested positive for fentanyl, marijuana, and cocaine, I believe, Your Honor. The court did issue a warrant on that. Due to that, she did appear yesterday in person for a PE on another matter on the bench warrant in this case. So that's the bond violation that Ms. Reed is referring to. However, Your Honor, given the circumstances that happened from yesterday, that case is being remanded down to district court, which is being kept at this court with you, and she is scheduled for sentencing in that matter on May 24th. I'm not sure if the court wants to proceed with sentencing in this matter today and then handle that matter on the 24th, or if the court would like to bump this matter to the 24th and handle it all together.
Ms. Reed.
Ms. Pilar did address the violation in her recommendation. I think that as long as Ms. Harburg, we discussed that recommendation, which was for 4 days in custody for the violation. Ms. Harburg understands that as long as she's able to get out of custody after that point, I don't think that we have any issue with adjourning the sentencing so that they can both be done at the same time.
Well, what's the bond on the other case?
Unfortunately, I do not have that information, and I don't think that our system is working so that I can pull it up right now.
Your Honor, I don't believe that she has a bond in that matter, and I can look and tell you.
That was on the matter that was before Judge Freshour. That's now my case. She doesn't have a bond on that one.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I believe it is a PR. So she is only being held in custody on this case.
All right.
Well, actually, Your Honor, it shows bond denied on both.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
my understanding. So she doesn't, when you say she doesn't have a bond, she's not getting out either way.
And I don't understand, and maybe they have not updated things because the jail shows her court date in that matter to be June 15th. So maybe they have not corrected the date to May 24th with you.
Correct. Okay. So she's not, given the fact that she's basically been denied that, and I have this, I could deal with it, but it doesn't seem to me to make much sense to not try to put all of that together under one umbrella and adjourn this out to the 24th.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
You can go for it.
So I got out of jail, and when I got out of jail last month, I was doing really good. I relapsed one time, and then that was the date I had to go and drop was the very next day. I've been doing really good other than that, and I relapsed because I'm in a new relationship, and I figured since I'm, early recovery and stuff that a new relationship isn't great for me, and so I told him that it would be better if we were just friends.
Your Honor, and I have something to say to that. When I did the PSI with Ms. Harburg, she did report to me that she drank alcohol the day she got out of jail to celebrate getting out of jail, knowing that she had these other cases.
I didn't realize that it was the bond was so that I couldn't do anything. I didn't realize that because the bond was set for 3 years ago, and I didn't read the paperwork apparently.
Your Honor, and I also have some other concerns. Miss Harburg is receiving medicated assisted treatment. She is receiving methadone, and with her using the drugs that she's using along with that's a recipe for disaster for her, and I have 3 concerns.
I stopped using heroin completely. The fentanyl was in the cocaine that I used. It was not in I haven't used any heroin at all. Only using the methadone for my opiate addiction.
Okay. But you do understand with the fentanyl that's still going to cause a...
I understand, and I've completely stopped using cocaine and everything else. I only did it one time because I was relapsed and I was really in a bad place. But I've been doing really good, and so I'm really upset that I'm here because I fucked up one time.
I think that is a legal term, but...
Sorry,
I'm
sorry.
Young lady, look. You get out, right? You drink. Then we get to you. Do you have a marijuana card?
Yeah, I'm in the process of getting it right now. I have
but
to go.
You don't have. Okay.
I have to get my state ID.
You don't have a card, right?
No.
And so when we went and had you tested, and this was only 9 days ago that we had you tested, you come back with 3 drugs in your system. That's a problem.
Yeah, I know. God, it looks really bad. My words don't mean anything right now, and that really sucks.
Well,
because
it doesn't just look bad, it is. And then on top of that, when Miss Polera asked you,
I was trying to be honest.
what did you say?
I was trying to be honest.
You were trying to be honest?
Yeah, because she was
And
asking
what,
me.
and that just didn't work for you, or what happened?
I mean, it doesn't.
When Miss Polera asked you if you were using, what did you say?
I told her no,
And that wasn't true, was it?
no.
And so when you tell me that you've been clean,
I was afraid to go back to jail.
hold on. You know what, young lady?
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
I've been dealing with addicts a long time. And the one thing that they do is they'll, at times, won't tell me the truth. And then the other thing is, you try to overtalk me.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to let you say whatever you want to say, but you're going to ultimately end up answering my questions.
Which is,
That was not the only time that you used.
it was. I'm being totally honest when I say I have no reason to lie about this. I really don't. I used.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I don't lie. I mean, I try not to lie as
Sure.
much as possible.
Okay. All
I
right.
was afraid
All
of
right.
going back
You
to
know-
jail.
Go ahead. I'm going to listen to you.
I was afraid of going back to jail when I did the.
And how'd that work?
Not great, because here I am.
Yep. So here's what I'm going to do, because I think at some point you're going to need to have an in-depth conversation with your attorney. And given what I'm hearing, given what I'm seeing, I'm not sure that I would, because I really don't believe that you stopped. I don't believe you get all that into your system, then lie to the probation department, get you tested, and then
I was supposed to test yesterday. If I would have been able to go in and test, you would have seen that I'm not using anymore.
because you've been in jail.
No, I just got put in jail yesterday. I was supposed to drug test yesterday at community corrections, and if I would have been able to go in and test, you would be able to see that I don't have any of that shit in my system anymore.
So you tested on 4/27. Well, we have a 5/1 test. Yeah, I think you need to have a more thorough conversation with probation or with your attorneys regarding this and the other matter, as well as what you're doing. Because quite frankly, you're out there doing this and you're going to end up killing yourself. And unless you start just about stuff
Your
and
Honor,
whatever.
I just
Yep.
wanted to say one more thing is that I know how badly my heroin use was killing me, and last time I got out of jail last month, I was really like on track to get better, and that's why I started going to the methadone clinic every day, and I've been going every day. There's paperwork showing that I went every day and I do all the tests that they asked. Like I said, I relapsed one time. My boyfriend got upset about something and he was really mopey and I couldn't handle it because I had just gotten out of jail. I was still newly recovering and I couldn't deal with it. And so yeah, I did go out and use, but I haven't used since then. I have no desire to use. I really don't. I really do want to get better.
So you're saying that on 4/27, when you tested positive, April 27th, that's the same drugs that were in your system that then appeared on 5/1?
I'm not sure. No, I used the night before I dropped. That's the night that I relapsed.
On 5, so you used on April 30th, because you tested
Yeah.
on 5/1, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Then why on April 27th were you testing positive?
April 27th. I didn't go in for another drug test. I only went in for one.
That's not what my report says. It says in the report that I have from Community Corrections, she reported to me that she's been clean. Same thing that she said to probation. Since she was released from the Washtenaw County Jail. However, when tested on April 27, 2023, she tested with a positive result for THC, fentanyl, and cocaine.
I think that was the
Then
same.
the other part, hold on.
Okay.
Then the other part of the report indicates that they received our new report and that then you tested on 5/1/2023 and tested positive for that.
Well, those were the same drugs because I never used but one time.
Your Honor, I believe that they,
Do they have their dates confused
I
or?
think I know that she tested on April 27th, and I don't show another test. Her next test should have been yesterday, which they have her down as missed. That's because she was here in court.
Yeah.
So you have, so where they've indicated 5/1, it is only that 4/27 test?
It is, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, then we need to get that corrected by Community Corrections. I want a clarification of that.
I will send them a message.
All right. Just so that we're clear on all of that. All right. Well, I think, counsel, then here's what I'm going to do, just because I'm not sure I believe what the defendant is telling me. I'm going to adjourn this to May 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. or as our Zoom invite indicates. I would indicate that if you wish her bond to be reduced in this and the other matter, you can file a motion before the court to do so. But at this time, I'm not reducing her bond. Her bond will continue as denied.
Understood.
Thank you.